everyone, welcome back to your very own Math Angle. So yes, I am once again back with another video on pair of linear equations in two variables. So in this video we will be discussing all kind of questions that have been appeared in the past year board exams. So without wasting much time, let's get started. So on seeing the very first question, you will realize that oops, we haven't seen such kind of questions yet. But don't worry, I will tell you the method to solve them. Once you will see these two equations, you will realize that the variables here are in the denominator. But what we have studied is the standard form for the pair of linear equations in two variables is this. Means we need this standard form of the two equations. So we need to take another variables to make these equations in the standard forms. So let me suppose that my 1 upon x is equals to p and 1 upon q is equals 1 upon y is equals to q. So 1 upon x is equals to p and 1 upon y is equals to q. Right? Now once you will replace 1 upon x and 1 upon y with p and q, you will get your equations in the standard form. So my equations becomes 2p plus 2 by 3q, transposing 1 upon 6 to the left, minus 1 upon 6 is equals to 0 and 3p plus 2q is equals to 0. Now taking the LCM in the first equations, my first equation will be 12p plus 4q minus 1 is equals to 0 and my second equation will be 3p plus 2q is equals to 0. Now I will subtract these two equations to find the value of p and q. Remember, you have studied the elimination method. You can apply any other method you want, but I will use the elimination method here to find the value of p and q. So for that I need to multiply this equation by 2 so that my q terms become equal. So my equations are 12p plus 4q minus is equals to 1 and 6p plus 4q is equals to 0. I will subtract these two equations and I will have 6p is equals to 1. This means my p is 1 by 6. Now on putting the p as 1 by 6 in any of the equation, I will find the value of q. So let me put p is equals to 1 by 6 in this equation. Then 3 into 1 by 6 plus 2q is equals to 0. This means 1 by 2 plus 2q is equals to 0 and this means 2q is equals to minus 1 by 2 and q is equals to minus 1 by 4. So we got the value of p and q. Now we just need to put these values to find our x and y. So from here my x becomes, since my 1 upon x is equals to p, which is 1 by 6, this means my x is 6 and my 1 upon y is equals to q, which is minus 1 by 4. So my q becomes my y becomes minus 4. So x is equals to 6 and y is equals to minus 4 is the solution to the equations. In the question you are given two equations in linear and you are asked to find the values of alpha and beta so that the pair of linear equations have infinitely many solutions. So you will realize that we have studied that for infinitely many solutions, the condition is a1 upon a2 is equals to b1 upon b2 is equals to c1 upon c2. Right? Where a1, b1, c1 and a2, b2, c2 are the coefficients of linear equations in two variables. So on comparing these two equations with the standard one, you will realize that my a1 is 2 and my b1 is 3 and c1 is minus 7. Since our equations are a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equals to 0. So similarly, my a2 will be 2 alpha, b2 will be alpha plus beta and c2 will be minus 28. Now applying this condition, we will find the value of alpha and beta. So a1 upon a2 means 2 upon 2 alpha is equals to b1 upon b2, which is 3 upon alpha plus beta, and c1 upon c2, which is minus 7 upon minus 28, which is 7 upon 28. Now I will equate the first term and the third term and then the second term and the third term to find the values of alpha and beta. So on equating the first and third term, 1 upon alpha is equals to 1 upon, since this will be 1 upon 4. So my alpha is 4. Similarly, on equating the second and the third term, 3 upon alpha plus beta is equals to 1 upon 4. This means 12 is equals to alpha plus beta, and now since my alpha is 4, so 12 is equals to 4 plus beta, that means beta is equals to 8. So we find the value of alpha and beta so that the pair of linear equations have infinitely many solutions. Please make a note. So guys, if you have learned all the concepts of this chapter, then watch this video till the end so that you hold the command on all kind of concepts. But so let's take another question. In the question, you are given the equations and you need to find the value of k so that the pair of equations have no solution. Once again, you have learned that for no solution, the condition is a1 upon a2 is equals to b1 upon b2 but does not equals to c1 upon c2. Now applying the same concept on comparing these two equations with the standard one, we will have a1 is equals to 3, b1 is equals to 1 and c1 is equals to minus 1. Remember, when you are solving such kind of questions, you need to make the equations in the standard one. Means if there is given in something given to the right side of the equations, you need to throw it into the left. So my a2 becomes 2k minus 1, b2 becomes k minus 1 and c2 is equals to minus times of 2k plus 1. Right? Now applying this equation, we will have a1 upon a2, that is 3 upon 2k minus 1 is equals to b1 upon b2, that is 1 upon k minus 1, which is not equals to minus 1 upon minus 2k plus 1, which is 1 upon 2k plus 1 only. Now you will realize that we just need to equate these two since this is not equal to the previous terms. So for the value of k, we will equate these two equations and we will have 3 times of k minus 1 is equals to 2k minus 1, that is 3k minus 3 is equals to 2k minus 1, which is k is equals to 2. Now on putting k is equals to 2 in these two equations, you will realize that they are not equal. Means this condition also holds true for k is equals to 2. Right? So please make a note. Let's see another kind of questions. Please read the question. So in the question, you are given that the sum of a two-digit number is 11, right? Now when you will interchange the digits, means जब आप ones digit को tens digit बनाएंगे and tens digit को ones digit, then जो आपका नया नंबर मिलेगा आपको वो पुराने नंबर से 63 एक्सीड करेगा. ना सबसे पहली चीज जो कि आपको समझनी है वो ये that you have to find the number. This means you have to find the digits. सबसे पहले we will let the digits. So let ones digit is equals to x and tens digit. Since we are going to form a two-digit number, so we will take ones digit and the two digit. Tens digit is equals to y. जो चीज आपको याद रखनी है that ये don't remember that the ones digit is x and tens digit is y. You can interchange, but you have to just remember the formation of that number that I am telling you. Let's take an example. Let's say 13. Here your ones digit is 3 and tens digit is 1, right? Now please remember that to form the number you have to multiply the tens digit by 10, that is 10 into 1, then you will add the ones digit, that is 3, then you will get your number. So the standard form to form a two-digit number is 10 into tens digit plus ones digit. This is the important thing you need to remember. You not need to remember, but you have to understand, right? So similarly, we have taken that my ones digit is x and my tens digit and y. So my number will be, number is 10 into tens digit, that is 10 into y plus ones digit, that is x, right? Now in the question you are given that when you will interchange the digit, मतलब अब मेरी जो ones digit है वो हो जाएगी y and जो tens digit है वो हो जाएगी x, right? So my new number will be, on interchanging the digits, the number will be 10 into tens digit, means अब tens digit कौन सी है जो पहले ones थी, that is x. So 10x plus y. Now you are given two conditions in the question, that sum of the digits is 11. So the sum of the digits, that is x plus y, is equals to 11. According to the question, x plus y is equals to 11, and the second condition you are given that my new number exceeds the old number by 63. That is, my new number is equals to my old number plus 63. So we got two equations that we need to solve. So on simplifying this, we will have 9x minus 9y minus 63 is equals to 7, or x minus y minus 7 is equals to 0. So these are the two equations that we need to solve for the value of x and y. So we will just add these two equations to find the value of x and y. That is 1 plus 2 means x plus y is equals to 11 and x minus y is equals to 7. That is 2x is equals to 18 and x is equals to 9. Similarly, my y will be, on putting the value of x as 9, y is equals to 2. So my number will be, just remember that you won't put the value of x and y in the new number. This is the biggest mistake we do in the exams, कि हम जल्दी में जो हमारी x and y की वैल्यूज आती हैं हम उसको न्यू नंबर में पुट कर देते हैं, बट आवर बेसिक नंबर इज दिस. सो जस्ट mark the old number in the very beginning of the question so that आप कोई mistake ना करें. So our number will be, so the number is 10 into y, that is 2. 10 into 2 plus 9, that is 29. So this is the answer. Please make a note. So let's take another question. Please read the question. Well, the question says that 2 years later, 2 years ago, a father was 3 times as old as his son, and 2 years later, the father's age is 8 more than 3 times the age of his son. Now we have to find the present ages of the father and son. Oof, sounds very weird, right? But don't worry, we will solve it. So first of all, we will let the present ages of father and the son. So let's take, let present age of father is x years and present age of son is y years. Now you are given that 2 years ago the father's age was 3 times, the father's age was 5 times as the old of his son. That means first we will find that what was the age of father and the son individually 2 years ago. So 2 years ago father's age, that is x minus 2 years, and son's age will be y minus 2 years. Now you are given that 2 years ago. So 2 years ago we have find the ages of father and son 2 years ago. Now you are given that father's age is 5 times the age of his son. That is x minus 2 is equals to 5 times y minus 2, that is x minus 2 is equals to 5y minus 10, that is x minus 5y is equals to 8 minus 8, that is x minus 5y is equals to 8 plus 8 is equals to 0. So this is the first equation. Now you are given that 2 years later. Now we will find the age of father and son 2 years later individually. So यहाँ पे 2 years later father's age will be x plus 2 years and son's age will be y plus 2 years, right? Now again you are given that the age of father is 8 more than 3 times the age of the son. Means father's age is 3 times the age of son plus 8. So equation will be 3y plus 6 plus 8. X minus 3y is equals to 12. This is the second equation. Now we just need to solve these two equations to find the value of x and y. Again we will apply the value. So from here I will get the value of x as 5y minus 8, and from here x is equals to 12 plus 3y. I will equate the values of value of x. So 5y minus 8 is equals to 12 plus 3y, that is 2y is equals to 20. This means my y is 10, and from here x is 50 minus 8, that is x is equals to 42. This means the age of father is 42 years and age of son is 10 years. So you can verify the answer by putting the value of x and y in these two equations. Please make a note. So guys, read another question. So in the question you are given that 4 men and 5 boys can finish a piece of work in 5 days. And if 3 men and 4 boys work, then they finish that piece of work in 7 days. So हमें find करना है work done by the men alone or work done by the boys alone, single boy alone. So first we will let the work done by the men and the boy alone. So we will let the man finishes the work in X days. Now to solve the question, first let's take an example. से आपको और आपके दोस्त को एक रूम को पेंट करने के लिए बोला गया. रूम मीन्स 4 वॉल्स को वाइट वॉश करने के लिए आपको टास्क दिया गया, राइट? सो सपोज दैट आपने और आपके दोस्त ने, आपके और आपके एक दोस्त ने मिलके उस रूम को या फिर उस 4 वॉल्स को से वाइट वॉश किया 3 डेज में, राइट? ना अब आपसे पूछा जाए कि आपने अकेले एक दिन में कितना वर्क किया या फिर आपके दोस्त ने अकेले एक दिन में कितना वर्क किया. सो सपोज दैट आपने एक दिन में उस वॉल को से आपका दोस्त बीमार हुआ या से कहीं जाना पड़ गया, सो उन चारों वॉल्स को आपको अकेले पेंट करना था, राइट? सो सपोज कीजिए दैट उन 4 वॉल्स को आपने पेंट किया सिर्फ 5 डेज में, राइट? दिस मीन्स आपका जो टास्क था, क्या टास्क था? 4 वॉल्स को पेंट करना. सो उसको आपने कंप्लीट किया अकेले 5 डेज में, राइट? सो अगर आपसे पूछूं कि आपने एक दिन में कितना काम किया, ऑब्वियसली आपने उस काम का 1/5 पार्ट किया होगा, राइट? तभी तो आप जब 1/5 को 5 टाइम्स ऐड करेंगे देन यू विल गेट द 1. मीन्स अगर आपने एक टास्क को 5 डेज में कंप्लीट किया, सो एक दिन में आपने उसका 1/5 पार्ट ही तो कंप्लीट किया होगा. तभी तो आप जब हर रोज 1/5 पार्ट करेंगे तभी जाके 5 डेज में आप उस एक टास्क को कर पाएंगे, राइट? सो अगर हम यहाँ बात करें फॉर मैन की, सबसे पहले फॉर मैन वर्क डन in x days. उसने x days में अकेले कितना काम किया? 1, राइट? सो उसने 1 डे में कितना काम किया? जैसे आप वहां एक काम को 5 दिन में कर रहे थे और एक दिन में 1/5 पार्ट ऑफ द वर्क कर रहे थे. सिमिलरली यहाँ पे वर्क डन इन 1 डे, we are talking about one boy alone or one man alone, right? So work done in 1 day will be 1/x part of the work. Similarly for boy, work done in y days, क्योंकि हमने लेट किया है कि एक बॉय या एक मैन एक दिन में x डेज में उस काम को कंप्लीट करता है. सो वर्क डन इन y डेज विल बी 1, राइट? सिमिलरली वर्क डन इन 1 डे विल बी 1/y पार्ट ऑफ द वर्क. Now you are given that 4 men and 5 boys complete the work in 5 days. Now अगर आपसे पूछा जाए कि अगर एक मैन और एक बॉय के काम को मिलाएं, देन आप उसको कितने डेज में कंप्लीट करेंगे? सो ऑब्वियसली आप उसको 1/5 डेज में कंप्लीट करेंगे. तभी तो जब आप उसको उसके मैन को बढ़ाएंगे या बॉय को बढ़ाएंगे तभी जाके वो 5 डेज में कंप्लीट हो पाएगा. लेकिन हम यहाँ पे बात कर रहे हैं 1 बॉय एंड 1 मैन के वर्क की. सो सिंस 4 men and 5 boys finish the work in 5 days, right? So 1 man and 1 boy finish the work in 1/5 days. So आपकी इक्वेशन मीन्स जब आप इन दोनों के काम को मिलाएंगे तभी जाके आप इतना तो काम कर पाएंगे, राइट? सो दिस मीन्स 1/x मीन्स एक मैन ने एक दिन में जितना काम किया प्लस 1/y जितना काम एक दिन में एक बॉय ने किया, दैट विल बी 1/y. And but now you are given that 4 men and 5 boys finished the work in 5 days. So this is the work of 1 man and this is the work of 1 boy. So 4 men का वर्क हो जाएगा 4/x and 5 men का वर्क हो जाएगा 5/y. So this is the first equation. Now similarly 3 men and 4 boys complete the work in 7 days. So by similar process you will get the second equation as 3/x plus 4/y is equals to 1/7. Because 3 men ने एक दिन में जो वर्क किया that will be 3/x and 4 boys ने जो एक दिन में वर्क किया that will be 4/y. इन दोनों के एक दिन के वर्क को मिला के इन्होंने 1/7 पार्ट ऑफ द वर्क फिनिश किया. नाउ वी जस्ट नीड टू फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ x एंड y. सो जैसा कि हमने फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन सॉल्व किया था बाय रिड्यूसिबल फॉर्म्स, मीन्स हमने 1/x एंड 1/y को लेट किया था. बाय सिमिलर प्रोसेस हम यहाँ पे भी 1/x एंड 1/y को कुछ लेट करेंगे एंड यू विल फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ x एंड y. सो ऑन सॉल्विंग द इक्वेशंस you will get the value of x as 35 and y as 70. This means the work done, the man finishes the work in 35 days and the boy finishes the work in 70 days. So make a note. Let's solve another question. Please read the question. So in the question you are given that a boat covers 32 kilometers upstream plus 36 kilometers downstream in 7 hours. Means upstream का means है that the stream के opposite में flow करना and downstream का मतलब है stream की same direction में. means आपकी जो stream है जिस direction में flow कर रही है उस direction में flow करना. राइट. सो यू आर गिवन कि कोई बोट है तो अगर वो अप स्ट्रीम फ्लो करती है 30 किलोमीटर्स एंड डाउन स्ट्रीम फ्लो करती है 36 किलोमीटर्स, सो दोनों मिला के वो फ्लो कर पाती है इन 7 आवर्स. सिमिलरली अगर वो 40 किलोमीटर्स अप स्ट्रीम ट्रेवल करती है एंड 48 किलोमीटर्स डाउन स्ट्रीम, सो इट विल टेक 9 आवर्स. हमें फाइंड करना है द स्पीड ऑफ बोट इन स्टिल वाटर. मीन्स जब आपका स्ट्रीम फ्लो नहीं कर रहा है एंड द स्पीड ऑफ द स्ट्रीम. सो सबसे पहले हम लेट करेंगे द स्पीड ऑफ बोट इज x किलोमीटर्स पर आवर एंड द स्पीड ऑफ स्ट्रीम इज y किलोमीटर्स पर आवर. नाउ वी विल अप्लाई द वेरी बेसिक फॉर्मूला जो हमने बहुत पहले से पढ़ा हुआ है, दैट इज टाइम इज इक्वल्स टू डिस्टेंस अपॉन स्पीड. सो यहाँ पे हमारा डिस्टेंस, अगर हम फर्स्ट इक्वेशन की बात करें सो दैट इज हम सबसे पहले इस इक्वेशन को अप्लाई करेंगे. सो d1 अपॉन s1 प्लस d2 अपॉन s2 इज इक्वल्स टू 7 hours. These two are the times. So d1 upon s1 plus d2 upon s2 is equals to 7 hours. Now what is d1 here? d1 is 32. So 32. Now what is the speed for this 32 kilometers? You will notice the distance covered 32 kilometers is upstream. Upstream means जिस डायरेक्शन में आपकी स्ट्रीम फ्लो कर रही है उसकी अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में आप अपनी बोट को चला रहे हैं. सो जस्ट थिंक कि अगर आप किसी भी स्ट्रीम की अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में फ्लो करेंगे तो आपकी स्पीड ऑब्वियसली स्लो होगी क्योंकि वो स्ट्रीम आपको अपोज करेगी. सो अगर आपके बोट की स्पीड x है एंड स्ट्रीम की स्पीड y है, सो योर स्पीड विल बी x माइनस y. मीन्स आपकी स्पीड माइनस द स्पीड ऑफ द स्ट्रीम. राइट. सो दिस मीन्स अप स्ट्रीम में आपकी जो स्पीड है वो थोड़ी सी कम हो जाएगी बाय द y फैक्टर, दैट इज द स्ट्रीम स्पीड ऑफ द स्ट्रीम. Now what is d2? d2 is 36 here. So 36 upon, now what is the speed for the downstream distance? That is जब आप स्ट्रीम के सेम डायरेक्शन में अपनी बोट को ले जा रहे हैं, सो ऑब्वियसली जब आपकी स्ट्रीम जिस डायरेक्शन में फ्लो कर रही है आप उसी डायरेक्शन में अपनी बोट को फ्लो कराएंगे, देन लॉजिकली यू विल थिंक आपकी जो बोट की स्पीड है वो भी बढ़ जाएगी. So that will be x plus y, right? So this is equal to 7. This is the first equation. Similarly, by applying the same logic, the second equation is 40 upon x minus y plus 48 upon x plus y is equals to 9. What you need to understand is जब आप अप स्ट्रीम में अपनी बोट को ले जा रहे हैं देन आपकी स्पीड विल बी लेस देन योर ओरिजिनल स्पीड, एंड जब आप डाउन स्ट्रीम में मीन्स सेम डायरेक्शन ऑफ द स्ट्रीम में अपनी बोट को ले जा रहे हैं देन योर स्पीड विल बी ग्रेटर देन योर ओरिजिनल स्पीड. मेक अ नोट टिल हियर, देन वी विल मूव फर्दर. ना जैसे हमने अपना फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन सॉल्व किया था या सिर्फ प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन सॉल्व किया था उसमें हमने 1/x एंड 1/y को किसी अनदर वेरिएबल की टर्म्स में लेट किया था. सिमिलरली हम यहाँ पे 1/x माइनस y एंड 1/x प्लस y को किसी अनदर वेरिएबल से u एंड v के टर्म्स में लेट करेंगे. जब आप 1/x माइनस y एंड 1/x प्लस y को u एंड v से रिप्लेस कर देंगे एंड जब आप उसको सॉल्व करेंगे बाय द एलिमिनेशन मेथड, बाय द सब्स्टिट्यूशन और बाय द क्रॉस मल्टीप्लिकेशन मेथड, then you will get u as 1/8 and v as 1/12. Now on putting the value of u and v you will have x minus y is equals to 1 upon u, that is 1 upon 1 by 8, that is 8. Similarly, x plus y is equals to 1 upon v, that is 1 upon 12, that is 12. So अगर मैं इन दोनों इक्वेशन को सिंपली ऐड करूं, so I will get the value of x and y. So 2x is equals to 20, that is x is equals to 10, and similarly यहाँ से y की value will be 12 minus x, that is y is equals to 12 minus 10, that is y is equals to 2. So this means the speed of the boat is 10 kilometers per hour. Speed of boat is 10 kilometers per hour, and the speed of stream is 2 kilometers per hour. You can verify the answer by putting the value of x and y in the basic equations. So please make a note. So guys, that's all for today. If you grabbed all the concepts that we discussed today, just go and solve more and more questions to hold the command on this topic. And if you like the session, please also visit my other videos on this topic. I will put a link of those videos in the description box. And please hit the like button, share this video to your friends and relatives, and subscribe. Till then, stay safe and stay happy. Thank you.